Are you looking for a camera backpack that you can also travel with? Want to bring your camera gear and clothes you'll need for a few days on the road in one bag that fits in an overhead bin? Today I'm reviewing the Peak Design Travel Backpack in 45 liters. Before we get into all the details, I want to give you 3 things I like about this bag that I think make it awesome. The size, it holds plenty of stuff. Suspension, it tucks away so you don't even see it. And access, one big zipper gives you full access to all your stuff. My name is Mark Beren. I'm an adventure photographer and videographer based in Colorado. My wife Brenda and I are always taking our cameras wherever we go. We love packing bags efficiently and traveling with our camera gear and everything else we need for a trip. We also have 2 kids, so packing fewer bags makes it easier to keep track of all of our stuff while we're on the road. On this channel, I do practical gear reviews from my real-world experience to help you decide what equipment you should spend your hard-earned money on. Be sure to hit subscribe as I'm rolling out a handful of camera backpack reviews in the coming weeks. You might have already seen my review of the latest Peak Design outdoor backpacks. Check it out here or down in the description. And while the outdoor backpacks are great for adventures, the everyday and travel backpack is great for going through airports or other modes of transportation. In this review, we're gonna talk through the functions of this bag, how versatile it is, and we'll talk through the design and build quality. Stick around to the end. I'll also talk through value and alternatives. So first up, let's talk functionality. This bag is super functional. It's got a lot of features, and let's start with the suspension. I really like how the suspension on this bag tucks away behind these magnetic flaps. So behind there, you've got a shoulder strap and a hip belt. And you can pull these out and have full access for when you want to carry it as a backpack, and then tuck them away for when you want to neatly tuck it in an overhead compartment or another space where you just need a few grab handles. Speaking of grab handles, they're all over this bag. They're really comfortable, well built, easy to grab, and they feel strong. On the suspension, there's a little hip pocket here, a little zippered pocket. It's stretchy, so it holds a small item, but it's not even big enough for a cell phone, so don't plan to put much in there. On the shoulder straps themselves, Peak Design has this system they've been using on their everyday bags where it kind of has this metal latch that I think is kind of hard to use. Can't even get this off, but it unhooks here and then hooks on the other side. I did have some reading on the internet said that people lost this strap. So something to keep in mind, you may want to just take this off completely and have it be, it doesn't come off. You may want to just take this chest strap off completely and you could stash it in this tiny pocket that doesn't fit much else. Losing that, not a huge loss. I think the suspension is good enough for carrying around, but not suspension that you want to use for carrying this bag for a long period of time, especially if it's packed with a bunch of camera gear and heavy items. So let's tuck the suspension back away and I'll show you the main compartment. So inside the main compartment of this bag, you access via this big zipper, and it's all available right here. So I have a large camera cube in it, but as you can see, there's one big compartment with a couple of zippers for organization, decent amount of storage capacity, and this one is also accessible from the other side. I'll show you that in a moment. But I mainly use this as a camera bag, so it gets a camera cube and it has a little bit of extra capacity up top, but the large camera cube from Peak Design mainly takes up the full compartment. I haven't organized my dividers recently. I kind of tore apart my whole cube, and so you can see there's a bunch of extra dividers in here right now that aren't being used. On the flap here, you've got a laptop compartment that also has a separated sleeve for a tablet or another item you want to stick in there and not scratch your laptop. So I appreciated that little Velcro compartment. So aside from that big main compartment, you also have this back compartment here. So inside this zipper, there's several pockets. I like this one, how it's mesh and you can see what's inside the pocket. It's kind of helpful so you don't lose items. I appreciated that. And both these have decent capacity, although they're not stretchy, so they can't really expand in terms of stretchiness. On this back panel, as I mentioned, you can access that other zippered compartment from inside here. So this is the same compartment as on the inside. So that's pretty handy. You can get to it from 2 different places if you've got your camera cube in there and it's blocking those zippers. In addition, this compartment also expands via these two side zippers. So you get a little bit of expansion there, kind of like you would see in a typical rolly bag where it might expand. This gives you the ability to pack some packing cubes and get some actual capacity out of this back panel compartment. On the top here, you've got a little pocket, stretchy pocket for sunglasses. It feels kind of like a microfiber fabric inside. So that's perfect for not scratching your glasses. Appreciated that. It's also quick and handy for stashing those little items for when you're going through airport security or that type of thing. Throughout the bag, you'll notice there's these attachment points for strapping other items onto the exterior of the bag. Inside this little magnetic compartment here, you've got these hooks that can come out, pop out, and latch things onto the exterior or the bottom here if you want to put something here. And I just really appreciate the thoughtful design. There's handles everywhere, but they fold flat and they're really sleek, so they don't make the bag feel bulky. On the sides, you'll notice there's water bottle pockets that have a little bit of stretch, but not a ton. So you can fit a water bottle in there, but not a huge amount of stuff. There's also sneaky little zipper pockets right on the side here, and there's also one on this side for stashing just a little item that you want to keep accessible but somewhat hidden. On the side of the suspension here, there's also a little sneaky pocket where you can put, I would say it's perfect for like a tracking tag or something to track your bag. It does indicate that you could put your name, but I would want to put it more prominently on this bag if you actually want to get it back to you if it gets lost. So in terms of versatility, on this bag, there's a lot of options. I would say the large capacity and organization system make it really versatile. You can carry clothing in this compartment on the top, camera gear in the main compartment, or some combination thereof if you have smaller camera cubes or more capacity for other items. I think it's really versatile for traveling, planes, trains, automobiles, but I would say it's less versatile for hiking and using when you want to carry a heavy load for a long distance. As you can see throughout this video, the design and build quality on this bag is top notch. I wouldn't expect anything less from Peak Design, but you'll notice the little features like how this bag, it folds up and tucks. It's got little magnets all around, and it just operates in unique ways, and you can tell that they put a lot of effort into selecting the fabrics, the quality of the materials, the latches, the zippers. Everything is just really well thought out and functions really smoothly. In terms of value, at $325 for just the bag in this coyote color, it also comes in other colors for $300, plus $110 for the large camera cube. You're looking at a decent price tag. This is not a budget bag, but I think when you balance that with the quality and the lifetime warranty that Peak Design is putting on everything, I think it's a decent value. If you are looking at alternatives, you might look at, say, the Nomadic Peter McKinnon 35-liter travel backpack. It has a similar design with an exterior pocket for clothes and then an interior pocket for camera gear. And it's slightly smaller capacity, and I think it's a similar price point. If you want just a more duffel bag oriented carry system, you might look at a brand like Osprey or Cabin Zero or Cotopaxi. You'll find similar options, but it's not as feature rich and it's not as well designed specifically for traveling photographers. In terms of who this is perfect for, I'd say it's perfect for the one bag traveler. You carry camera gear, you carry clothing, you carry everything you need in one bag that fits in an overhead bin. Many people opt for a camera bag and a travel bag, which is nice, but if you want one bag that does everything, this is it. The one bag solution is a little bit tricky to find. A lot of people might prefer to have wheels for their camera gear, but if you're a one bag traveler, this is the best option. In conclusion, I really love this bag. It's got a lot of cool features like the Tuckaway suspension here and the full access zipper that gives you access to the internal part of the bag. I like that it's scalable and has expandable capacity for flexibility. It's the perfect all-in-one travel bag solution, although it is a little bit expensive, so that's something you'll have to think about. If you want to check the price of the Peak Design travel backpack in 45 liters, head down to the link in the description and it helps support the channel. Also, if you haven't already, please subscribe. It allows us to do more gear reviews in the future, and I really appreciate it. So while this bag is an awesome bag and I really like a lot of the features, I'm not sure if I'll be keeping it. I am more of a 2-bag traveler. I like having wheels through the airport, and I also like having a backpack like the Peak Design outdoor backpack that has really good quality suspension for taking into the mountains or on longer hikes. So if you want to check out something that's a little bit different than this, but has a lot of cool features from Peak Design, check out this video on the outdoor backpack. It comes in 25 liter and 45 liter, and I made a video on each of those. So I will see you in one of those videos.